Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going round 2 of beauty hacks. You guys loved my first video, so we're going to continue this series. Now, these hacks in the past have saved and elevated my career to the galaxy and beyond. So let's get right into it. First hack. This one's old school, but still very much relevant till this day. And you can fight me on this. I feel like there's nothing really undefeated about a silver spoon. It's very simple. Dip it into ice water and press it gently under your eyes for 30 seconds. The cold shrinks blood vessels, which reduces puffiness fast. But the silver, that's key. It has natural anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, which can calm redness and prevent irritation. Perfect for early mornings or post-cry touch-ups. The result is tighter, brighter under eye with zero product. I know my spoon's not silver right now, but this will have to do. I'm in the studio. My sheer foundation hack. Now this just recently went, I think, semi-viral. I don't like to say viral with videos. When I did Glamzilla's Glam, showing how I sheer out our CMA Pro Foundation with La Mer. And a lot of you guys asked me for doopy dupes of the La Mer, and I would have to say it is Nivea. RCMA is one of the most pigmented pro-grade foundations out there, but on its own, it can feel too much for day to day. That's where La Mer comes in. Mixing a bit of La Mer with RCMA transforms it into a luminous, skin-loving base that's sheer but locked in. The emollients in La Mer help the foundation glide, but they also help it grip a little bit. So your face looks radiant, not greasy. Think of this as a foundation skincare hybrid. It's the best of both worlds. You're gonna have to first grab onto the La Mer, prep your brush correctly, and then what you're going to do is create circular motions into the RCMA, picking up on it with your brush. Then you are going to stipple it into your skin like so, and then you can shear it out. Look at the difference. It is so obvious, but so natural. La Mer and RCMA, you're welcome. The nose contour, anyone can do. This is dummy proof. Also, this was developed by Kodra. Popularized giving flowers where flowers are due, or if you picked up a technique or a trick from another artist. We didn't invent everything on God's green earth. Let's get into it. Grab a brush and pick up your favorite contour shade. Just lather in the product onto the brush. Forget harsh lines and obvious stripes. Kodra's nose contour technique is all about lifting and redefining softly and easily. So what you're going to do is just literally place your contour exactly where I'm putting it. Don't get scared of anything. Smear it all over. Just make sure it's really sheer. And what we're going to do is just go down the bridge of the nose with a lighter tone. And you're just going to clean up the sides of it with a bright color. Simple as that. If you're still dipping your puff into the container like this to set your under eyes, you're literally setting yourself up for creasing. Let me show you how to properly set your eyes by prepping your puff. Here's how to prep your puff the right way for that airbrush no crease under eye. First, take a clean puff, tap a small amount of setting powder into the palm of your hand, take your puff, then press it as you see me doing it. Press it into the powder, working it in until the puff looks fully saturated but not overloaded. You want the powder to live in the puff, not sit on top of it. You want the tiniest, thinnest amount on the puff so you can have the butteriest under eyes. Now, when applying it, you're just going to press it in. We're not swiping it. You're going to press your puff in on your under eyes. Look at how flawless that ends up looking. If eyeshadow intimidates you or you're short on time, boy, do I have the hack for you. This is a tutorial I've given my mom on how to do her eyeshadow, and she always looks like a pro doing it like this. This is something that everyone can use, and you can use this to diffuse your shadows too. The Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Powder and the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. I like to take the deeper tones, 2, 3, 4, and sweep it across the lids. Honestly, that's it. It blurs. You don't need to be a genius to know how to blend shadow with this. It just does the job for you, and it looks like there is contrast and highlight on your lids. So let's say you've set your face and everything looks dull, dry, like you dusted yourself with flour. Here's the fix. You're gonna take a tiny bit of La Mer or Bobbi Brown, whatever thick cream you wanna use. You can use a night cream. You're gonna take a little bit and dab it on to the back of your sponge and press it into your skin. You can use your hands too, but I would prefer a sponge. You're not going to swipe. This is where you're going to separate the makeup if you do that. You are going to just lightly press. This melts the powder, reintroduces moisture, and creates the skin-like luminous texture without messing up your base. It gives the face flexibility again. This is how you go from makeup sitting on top to the makeup that looks like it grew from your pores. Spraying mist all over your face is fine, but here's a more strategic way on how to glow. You want a glow, but you don't want to disrupt your makeup. This is the hack for you. You're going to spray the back of your sponge instead of all over your face. I like to use Dalba. It just does something glass skin to my face and it's skin friendly. What you're going to do is mist it, then lightly tap the damp sponge onto the high points of your face, like your cheekbones, the bridge of the nose. You can do under your brows, even the temples. You'll notice it gives such a beautiful dimensional glow, only where the light naturally hits. I've winged out my eyes, but I definitely want to see how high I can fly. This is the Stamp Winger. What you're going to do is take a tiny flat brush and pick up on a light shadow, lighter than your concealer color. You are going to go very, very close to the wing and stamp upwards underneath where the darkest line is, creating a beautiful light matte shadow flick where it just makes your eye very lifted. It also softens any harsh edges that the liner will leave or any messiness from eyeshadow. Here's how you're going to achieve the brightest under eyes with glow, not dullness. This flips the traditional routine. Instead of powdering first and then you set the spray. No, we are going to do the spray first and then we are going to do our finishing powder last. The moisture from the spray helps powder adhere more evenly with less texture. So when you tap powder afterwards, it actually brightens the skin instead of dulling it. Your under eyes brighter, your T-zone blurred. It's real life Facetune. Here's how you get your gloss to last longer and look juicier. Before applying any gloss, tap a little concealer in the center of your lips. It creates a matte base that grips gloss, so it stays in place longer, especially in the center where it fades the fastest. Bonus, it adds a highlighted effect, giving the illusion of a plumper, more dimensional lip without overlining. These hacks aren't just trends, they are techniques. I can't count on my fingers how many times these hacks have saved my makeup game. Once you start using these hacks, you will never go back. Tell me which one tickled your pickle, which hack you've been using of mine from the past video, and any new hacks I should be aware of. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share this video with your makeup bestie, and sound off below. I love you guys. Till next time.